What's up, Eagles fans all across the globe and NFL fans all across the globe? It's your boy, Platinum Eagle. I'm coming here today to let y'all know what I believe is going to happen throughout the NFL as far as who's going to win and lose. I was going to do that on Wednesday. So from now on, moving forward, Lord willing, I'll give y'all my predictions of the winners every week, starting on Wednesdays. Again, we're behind the eight ball because something happened Thursday, and we know that the New Orleans Saints got beat up by the Denver Broncos pretty bad, but we'll move on from what we have now. We already know it's a live game right now as well. So you got Jacksonville beating up on the New England Patriots pretty bad. So we won't even worry about that one again. I have it nice and fresh from now on. But going forward, I see Seattle versus Atlanta. This should be a good game. I think Seattle will come out scoring a lot of points. Quite a bit of points. I wouldn't say a whole lot of points, but I think they'll score at least about 20 points. I really don't give score predictions because nobody's really right when it comes to score predictions, and I know I probably wouldn't be right either. So, but I would do that if it was requested because I have no problem with doing that. I'm not a bettor, so I don't really get into the spreads and all that stuff because I don't really bet money. But going back to Seattle versus Atlanta. So I do believe Atlanta's going to pull this game out. I do believe Atlanta's going to win this game. I think they'll win it probably by some of maybe 3 to 5 points. So I think it's going to be a nice battle, hard fought. I think Seattle's going to bring everything they can, but it's not going to be enough for the Atlanta Falcons. Tennessee Titans versus Buffalo. This here is a no-brainer for me. I'm going Buffalo. I think Buffalo is too much right now for Tennessee Titans. They're not really even, Tennessee Titans not even playing a really good season so far right now. So I don't see them even winning too many games this year. Buffalo seem like they're catching their tread. They're actually going run over teams right now. So I'm going Buffalo in that one. Cincinnati versus Cleveland. I think Cincinnati should win this one with all likeliness. Cleveland, we already know Cleveland's pretty bad right now. They're dumpster fire, and they're not really winning any games. They're not even on the same page. Their quarterback's giving up too many sacks, and he's just not accurate right now. So I think, in my opinion, it's not going to be a close game. I think Cincinnati should beat them pretty convincingly. I think the score should be at least about 10 or more points that the Cincinnati Bengals will beat Cleveland by. Houston versus Green Bay. I think all these matchups going to be good. So I would say this is going to be a good matchup as well. But I think Houston is going to beat Green Bay. I would say it'd be a hard fought game, and I think Green Bay will probably lose by, I would say, about 7 points. I think if a touchdown would be more or less what Green Bay would lose by. Again, I don't give score predictions because nobody's really right when it comes to score predictions. At least I haven't ran into anybody who was right. They might be really close, but not right. And again, I don't bet. So Miami versus Indy. I think Miami loses this game. I think it should be a really good game as far as points being put on the board. Well, for Indy that is, because I think Indy it's not really a really high scoring game. High scoring team, but I think that Indy does have the juice to go ahead and roll over Miami, especially with depleted quarterbacks being a situation for Miami Dolphins. All right, Detroit versus Minnesota. I think Detroit wins this game. It should be a really good game in division rivals playing each other, and usually I would say Detroit would smash on Minnesota Vikings, but this time right here, Minnesota usually have a pretty good team. So I can't really say that one is going to really beat down on the other. I think they'll beat up on each other as far as trying to get the win, but I don't think that it's going to be a really it's going to be a blowout or anything like that. I don't think so. I think Minnesota do lose this game though. I think it'd be a first loss of their season. And Detroit Lions, they look really good and convincingly against Cowboys last week. We love that one, don't we? So I think Indy will, I say Indy tripping. I think Minnesota will take their first L this season. And Philadelphia Eagles, we already know. We're going against the Giants this week. So the Giants, I think they're going to fight pretty hard. We already know that they want to avenge, from with the Saquon Barkley. And, of course, the rest of the years we've been just beating up on them, just taking care of them at home or away. I hate playing on their floor, but it is what it is. I think Saquon Barkley should have a really good game. This right here, I'm gonna elaborate on this one just a little bit more because I have more interest in this Philadelphia Eagles franchise we have. You know what I'm saying? So what I think what happened as far as the Philadelphia Eagles beating up on the New York Giants is the Giants will come in there. They'll play really good defense. They have a really strong defensive front. I can't knock them for that, but I think we'll go ahead and kind of steamroll them, especially if we run the ball. If we don't run the ball, and if it's like Nick Sirianni's what he's usually doing here of late, as far as taking over everything, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that we will probably struggle a little bit more than we have to. So I'm hoping that they had a long talk. I always hope this every week that they have a long talk. Kellen Moore, Nick Sirianni, or the staff upstairs, and Nick Sirianni, and let them know, like, look, we just want to go ahead and win. I think we have the best chance. Let the guy go out there and see what he can do by himself. Nobody telling him what to do. Nobody overriding him. Just go ahead and let him go out there and cook. Talking about Kellen Moore, of course. Let him go out there and cook. I think we have a lot more chances to win any given week with Sirianni taking the back seat and Kellen Moore calling plays. So, again, I think New York will take their loss. Again, they take losses all the time, but I think they'll take a loss this week as well. Like I said, they've been looking pretty good, so I can't really smash on them too much. But I will say that I think the Philadelphia Eagles will beat them by 10 points or more. If Sirianni's calling, we might not even win, but if we do win, it'll probably be like 3 or 4 points. It wouldn't be that convincing. So that's my take on the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New York Giants. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the LA Rams. This is going to be a good matchup, I think. Neither team is really, really strong, in my opinion. Sorry, cuz. You know what I'm talking about. And brother, too, as well. I got some family that's New York. That's Las Vegas Raiders fans. And I like the Raiders. Long they ain't playing us. I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm only loyal to one team. But at the end of the day, if they're playing, playing anybody else, like I said, I don't mind seeing the Raiders win. But in this case here, I don't have them winning. I have the LA Rams winning. The reason why, because, the Raiders giving away, a little too much right now, as far as, their run game. Their run game hasn't been the same. It's been pretty okay. It's been pretty decent. I can't say it's been, really, really lackluster. But for some reason, it seemed like the Rams do everything it takes to not win games here of late. So I'm going with the LA Rams, not the Las Vegas Raiders in this case right here. We got Carolina Panthers against Washington Commanders. I would like to say that the Commanders will lose, but we already know that Carolina Panthers are not a good team at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to go ahead and push my button on Washington Commanders. You see, it's taking me a long time to say that because I hate to say it. So we're going to move on. Kansas City versus San Francisco. I think it'll be about kind of like the Super Bowl last season. And I think Kansas City Chiefs will win this game. I think it'll be more convincingly this time than it was last time. And even though Kansas City's not playing really, really great football, they're still playing good enough to find a way to win. And they've been finding ways to win. Whether we like to see it or not, some of us hate it, some of us love it. You know what I'm saying? My only problem with that is with them really is seeing Swift all the time. And I know some Swifties out there. Sorry, I'm not trying to bash you guys, but I come to see a football game. You know what I'm saying? I don't come to see a whole bunch of stuff that can actually market and sell some more tickets or get more views. I'm not into all that. So that's just me. I want to see football. And like I said, she's from the Philadelphia area, so I got love for her. But when it comes to football, I don't want to see you, Otis. Anyway, so I think Kansas City will beat San Francisco. San Francisco got quite a bit of injuries as well. I think if they was very fresh and playing really good football, I think it still would be a really good game. But I would still pick the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game. New York Jets versus Pittsburgh. In this case right here, I'm going Pittsburgh. Jets, I hear, speaking of which, let me go ahead and bring it up. I think they just gave Reddick the deal. Not really sure what the deal was and the contract actually entails. Not really worried about it, but I heard he gave him a deal, so I'm not sure if he's going to be playing this week or not. If he doesn't, I'm sure if he does, it won't be a whole lot, I'd imagine. It'd be a limited amount of snaps that he'd get because, he's been out for so long. But, again, I think Pittsburgh Steelers will win this game, and I think it'll be more or less a close game. I don't see neither of them really, really that dominant as far as, winning games in a dominant fashion. Justin Fields been hot and cold, so I really can't grasp that. So I can't really grasp and see what, So what'll be so exciting about this game as far as what might transpire. But I do believe that Pittsburgh will pull away with the win by like maybe 3 points or so. Baltimore versus Tampa Bay. I think Baltimore is starting to, they have started a couple weeks ago catching a full head of steam of, moving forward and actually winning games. It's still been kind of close games. I don't think there's really been any blowouts from them except the Dallas game, which ended up being close, but we already know what that was about. But they've been finding ways to win as well. So I'm going Baltimore in this situation right here, going against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's been doing pretty good as well. We made them look like world beaters. Again, I'm not sure why it is exactly we can't play a better game against them other than last season, early in the last season. But other than that, going forward, I think Baltimore will win that game. I think it'll be about 7 to 10 points. I think that they'll win it by 7 to 10 points, at least. LA Chargers versus Arizona. I think Arizona's a pretty good team. They're not great, but they're pretty good. They're scrappy, put it that way. That's what I meant to say. They're not really good, but they're scrappy. They've been finding ways to win games that sometimes you think they wouldn't win. But I don't pick them this here game. I picked the LA Chargers to win this game. So I think the LA Chargers, got a little bit more juice with them. Like their head coach, Harbaugh. He's been great no matter where he's been going. So I think that he'll, this here won't be nothing but a small task for him to take care of the Arizona Cardinals. We already know that Chicago and Dallas have a bye week this week, so no need to talk about them so much. We love to talk about what Dallas do next week. Because I think they're going to get beat up again. San Francisco coming to town. I think they're going to San Francisco. Nonetheless, I'll find that out and I'll figure that out by the time of this coming Wednesday. So we'll go ahead and go over all the, particulars. Again, I will go over game predictions. Is something that you want me to do later on going forward. As far as score predictions, what I'm going to say. We'll go ahead and do score predictions if that's what you want me to do. Again, I don't bet, so I don't really care about anything other than the W and the L columns. So with that being said, I do plan on bringing you so much more content, so much great content, and we'll go ahead and rock our birds all the time. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, it's fly equals fly. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, no matter who's playing, no matter who we playing, no matter what it look like, it's fly equals fly, all day, every day. Let's do it.